Hello and welcome, as usual, to the lab. And this has been a video a long time in the making. In fact, just over 3 years to be exact. Because I first showed you this system just over 3 years ago. For those of you who have been subscribed to me that long or who have seen the video, this is a Compaq SLT 286 built in around about 1986. There are security markings on here, so that's why it's covered up, because it shows you where I work. Don't want that. And this is quite a beast. It folds up and the keyboard comes out. Nice. Now the major problem with this, there's a keyboard, proper keyboard as well. Nice. Now the problem with this at the time was that it was found in a skip, and the skip was also quite full of water. So this was in water about to that level across there. So you'll see in the video we had to drain it out, dry it off, check it all over. The problem was at the time we had no power supply for it, and we still have no power supply for it. They do come up, but they are ridiculously expensive, so we couldn't test it. What did we do? We did try it on a bench power supply, but it couldn't provide enough power. The thing did come on, but as soon as the hard drive pulled the amps, kicked off. But since that time, I've acquired something with a little bit more grunt. If I get this around here without killing the camera. Yeah. This one is a little bit more powerful. This goes up to about 3 amps on the current scale, I think, and it's very capable of powering that. Now we have tried it, and what happened, it powered up, the hard drive span up, and it got to the point where it wanted a floppy. Now I did have some floppies provided to me a couple of years ago by a gentleman with all the stuff on for this, but it wouldn't read it. Now I've tried the same disk downstairs, and the main PC could not read it either, but it could read the rest. Now we don't know if that floppy drive did the damage to that floppy drive there damaged that, or whether that was a bit defunct. Anyway, so what I have done, I've used software downstairs on the main PC to recover that disk. I've managed to get the data off it. I have created another disk which I know works. So if I put this in here and it doesn't work, and then I take it downstairs and it's corrupt, I'll know that that floppy is history and needs replacing. But I have some spare floppies around, and I think this is just a normal floppy connector, so we should be able to swap it out. So the only way to power this is through the battery terminals. So we'll switch this on, we'll wire it up. It is quite a bit of a task to get it onto the terminals there, so we'll do that, and before I switch it on we'll be back. So I'll be right back. Right, I've jury rigged it up. It's 12 volts to the left terminal, neutral ground to the right. Got a bit of tape on here to hold it in place, stop those getting loose, keep tension on them. It's up onto the machine here. I'll just switch it on. I've got 12 volts running through there. That has been configured with the use of the multimeter as well, and it's connected. This right hand terminal is missing its thing, so it's bodged on there a bit roughly. But there's our system, there's our screen. Let's power on, shall we? Without further ado, have a flash of power. We have screen coming on. Switch this light off. We have an indicator, and we have stuff. There we go. Hard drive is spinning up. Let's get this as best as we can. Now, insert diagnostic disc into drive A. Now I believe it's the boot disk. Hang on. But now we could use the boot disk. We've lost power. Okay. Let's insert that disk into there, the boot disk. See if that will bypass. We lost power for some reason though. So many dodgy connections here, it's difficult to tell. Touch anything that's gonna go off. Okay, what's it doing? Hard drive spanner. Hard drive down. Floppy. Insert diagnostic disk into disk A. Press F1. I wonder if I wonder if it'll only accept the diagnostic disk. Press F1. Let's see what it does. Non-system disk. You haven't even tried it. Tell you what, let's reboot it. Switch it off at this end. Let's reboot it with the diagnostic disk in. And see if that does any different. Hard drive spinning up. Now obviously the BIOS clock is dead on this, that's why it's asking for the diagnostic disk. It's tried. Insert diagnostic disk into disk drive A. Now I know that that disk is working. It's just been used downstairs. So it looks like the floppy drive needs a good cleaning or replacing. So what we'll try first of all is to clean it, which means I've got to take this bugger apart. Oh joy. Well, that can wait till tomorrow. We'll be right back in your world. It's Franking computer. Yeah, later the same night. Making this video because I'm a bit stumped. Got a bit of an issue with it. Well, with the floppy drive at the moment. We've put a video on Facebook this night to see if anybody's got suggestions. But what I'm going to do is put in this video anyway to show you the problem. Hopefully I'll have a resolution by the time this video is put out, but you never know. This may be the end. Okay, what we'll do, we'll stick the power up. And I'll manually handle this. Right, what's going to happen, it comes on, does its memory check, there you go, finds all its memories there, and then it will check the hard drive. We'll then realise that the BIOS battery is flat, spin the hard drive down, and check the floppy. There you go, you saw the heads move, and the disc is spinning, as you can probably hear. Now it's saying insert diagnostic disc. That is the diagnostics disc. It does work. It's been tested in other computers. Even after being in this drive, it does work. So it says press F1 key. It's going to clear screen. And it spins the disc, but it doesn't attempt to read it every time. Got a green light. It doesn't attempt to read it. Now, the heads I've cleaned 3 times with ISO to try and get that to work. No luck. It's as if the motor's spinning, but the head is not getting the command to read. I've tested some of this cable because some of it's got a bit squashed over time. So I've tested some of the leads on this that look squashed, and everything seems to be fine with the cable. The drive, if I power this down over here, okay, the drive I can't just swap because, yeah, power goes through that. there was no separate power supply on this weird thing, so I don't have any floppy drives of this nature to swap it for. So, ideas. We'll be back maybe in a few days, or maybe this will be the end. You'll find out in a moment. Right, a few days later, and as you can clearly see, the 286 has been reassembled. And the reason it's been reassembled is because it turns out nothing wrong with the drive. It turns out these are 1.44 discs for a 1.44 megabyte system. This is a 720 system. It was one of the guys, I think it's Chris, not sure, in the Facebook group who pointed this out. I'm going to stick that up as an annotation on the video as to who it was. I forget, there's so many people I talked to. So, what we had to do was use the old 486 laptop to format a disk into the 720 kilobyte format. In fact, just remembering, that wouldn't work. So what I had to do, well, it formatted, but it wouldn't read it. So what I had to do was get out the Amstrad PPC 640, which has got an older version of DOS. That formatted a disk. I then transferred that to the 486 laptop under DOS and downloaded, after a bit of research, a program from the internet called sp0308.exe. This is a program which you start up in DOS, won't work on Windows, and when you use it, it creates a program called QRST. Yes, it's convoluted. You then put your 720 disk into the disk drive, and QRST makes you a nice boot drive. So if I turn this screen off here and fire up, we'll see the result of that. 720K disk X Amiga disk in there. We'll power up. I shall move the camera to the screen and you can see what will happen. Hard drive spins up. There's the screen. I don't want to kill it, so right. Okay, so there's our nice screen. Difficult to get the whiteness of the screen to disappear on these. They are old screen. So I get the old complaint. System options not set. Resume, press F1. This is how far we got before, and it wouldn't do anything past this because it wouldn't recognise this. Now if I press F1, we get the double beep beep. And as you can hear, it's now reading the disc and putting more amps according to the power supply. This will take a few moments. I know you're all incredibly computer geeky, so I'll let you watch this process. Loading program, please wait. These are the first graphics I've ever seen on the screen. Yay! So it's now loading the diagnostics program, which takes a few moments. The floppy drive slowly working away here, and there we go, some animation. Woohoo! Compaq setup utility version. Copyright. Press enter to continue or escape to cancel. So press enter to continue. Have you completed running this program since connecting the battery? No. So press enter. You can change the current date and time. I have tried that. Let me just check. So if I 03rd of whatever 1988. Current time 12 whatever. What is that? 48 and 50 seconds. Just for the hell of it. And it comes up and it shows you everything that's installed in the system. Product Compaq SLT 286, numeric compressor not installed, 1.44 megabyte internal disk drive. Liar. Liar. Liar, liar, liar. That does not work. Okay. Let me try that. Just confirm that. No, it doesn't work, so yes, it's 720. It doesn't read 1.44s whatsoever. I'll confirm that by putting this disc in that's got the one that bypasses this. Numeric compressor not installed, fixed disk. I have a 21 megabyte hard drive, yay. 640 kilobytes of memory. Compaq Compaq video graphics adapter. Light on back, screen saves 15 minutes. Power line interfaces. Fixed disk inactivity timeout 2 minutes. Current power source, internal battery. Yep. Power on, operating speed high. There we go. So press F3 to exit. Exit and save changes. Now it will reboot the system. I'm just going to try and get this disk in that bypasses that screen, because if not, it will just go back into that utility. It asks you, let me just see if it read this disk. What's it doing? Press F1. No, it doesn't. See, it doesn't like 1.44s at all. It will not read any of them. Just let's put that other diagnostics disc in just to prove that it does not read 1.44s. That it was a liar. Nope, doesn't read them. So I have to put this one back in as it's asking. Diagnostics disc, and happily reads that. So what it will do now, it will just go back in the loop. It will load that software again, as you can see happening now. Your call is important to us. Please hold while we finish our cup of tea. So this is the first I've got. Not bad for a computer that 3 years ago was found at the bottom of a dumpster. Skip. There we go. Flooded. Now, even if you... Have you completed running this program since connecting the battery? Yes, no. Even if you type no, sorry, yes, which you have, which is true, it will now complain. The configuration memory device indicates it has lost power. Contact your authorized Compaq computer dealer. Yes, I'm sure if I go down PC World, they'll be most impressed that I've turned up with this. Press enter to continue. It asks you to set the date and time again. Just go with default. And it's just going into this again. And we're going round in loops. F3 to exit. Exit and save changes. And yeah, that's about it. It just loops back to that program. No further can I get. I think I need to replace the real-time clock on this, on the board, which is one of those Texas chips if I am not correct. There we go. Just wants that disk again, and it's just going to load off it. So it's nice to see that it actually does work. Makes sounds, reads its drives. But at the moment, until that real-time clock is fixed, we're going to go around in loops. We've got the apricot to do first, so this may have to come later. But it's taken us 3 years to get this far, so that's not too bad, is it? So, there we go. 3 years ago, flooded, bottom of skip, stripped down, cleaned out. Now basically working apart from the real-time clock, so it's come a long way. Never know, might find a power supply for it one day. Other than that, what I might do is solder some wires onto these terminals and just put a terminal block in here so we can just wire in there without these messy, dodgy connections, and give it a more of a permanent setup, so I can just wire the power supply in and get it running. Because it's never going to have a new battery in there, no. So, there we go. That's the Compaq 286 update. Latest stuff on that bugger. So thank you all very much. If you haven't subscribed, please do. thumbs up, it does help, and leave any comments, any advice down below, and social media including our very busy Facebook group, links below. Thank you all very much.
You need to quit being dirty. You're a dirty boy.